everyone here for the opportunity to talk about the San Juan project. I'm technically challenged. Okay. Just like to thank you all for the opportunity to talk about what we're doing over in Creed, the San Juan Silver Project. This is just going to be kind of about a 20-minute view of who we are, what we're doing, what we've done, what we're doing, and where we're headed. So Rio Grande Silver is a wholly owned subsidiary of Hecla Mining Company. Hecla Mining Company's been in the business for about 120 years now. They're located in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. San Juan Silver Project started in 2008. Rio Grande Silver, we are the operator with two joint venture partners. We are re-entering the historic Creed mining district, picking up where Homestake Mining Company left off in 1985. The reason we're there is there is a significant silver resource of about 37 million ounces in the district with significant exploration potential. Location, we're just actually over the hill from Lake City here, about 50 miles away. Located in the north part of Mineral County. This is an aerial photograph of the Creed Mining District. We are in the San Juan Volcanics, similar to the other projects that you're hearing about today. This is the Bachelor Caldera, the town of Creed, right here. The red lines represent the major graben structures that contain the mineralization in the district. There's two historic mines on our property now, the Bulldog mine site and the Equity mine site at the north end of our property. A little bit about historic production in Creed. There's been 86 million ounces of silver produced with significant lead, zinc, a little bit of gold, and copper. This is a picture of our land package. It was put together in 2008. It's fairly significant in size. The town of Creed in the south. The scale of this represents about 6 miles from Creed to the Continental Divide. The black line outlines our consolidated property package of about 13,000 acres. Mostly unpatented claims with some patented mining and some patented mill site claims. As I mentioned before, the two mines, the brown here represents the historic Bulldog mine. It's a plan map of the underground infrastructure, and then a smaller development on the north, the Equity. There's 3 components to our project, most of which is exploration. We have a district exploration surface program. We have an underground exploration program at the Equity, and then we have exploration and some pre-development at the Bulldog going on right now. We'll talk about the surface exploration first. This is a picture of our first drill site in 2012 near the Equity mine. Let's go through these fairly quickly, but this is the history of our surface program. Began in 2008, again with our Rio Grande Silver and our joint venture partners. We started the permitting process, planning for a 5-year plan of operations. We were able to permit a small bit of exploration from 8 drill pads, and we drilled 2 core holes in 2008, totaling 4,800 feet of core. 2009, we continued the permitting process towards our 5-year plan. This 5-year plan that I'm talking about is with the Forest Service. we work with Bob as well on all of our other permitting. We extended our categorical exclusion permit in 2009. We drilled 5 core holes, totaling 8,000 feet of core, targeting the Bulldog vein and Midwest veins. 2010, things started to get pretty busy for us. Our 5-year plan of operation was approved with the Forest Service. This allowed us to extend our exploration program throughout the district, and we drilled 24 core holes totaling 39,000 feet of core from 7 pads, targeting Bulldog and Amethyst veins. What we do on our surface exploration program is we're drilling from the known to the unknown. We start from near mine on the Bulldog and Amethyst veins and extend out from there. 2011, things get a little busier. Our surface program continued with an aggressive exploration surface program. Drilled 33,000 feet of core targeting Amethyst Bulldog veins. And we reopened the Equity development in July of 2011, and we began planning to reopen the historic Bulldog mine as well. RGS also acquired the remaining 30% of the interest from our joint venture partners in the core of the district. This is just a quick, same property outline showing the 13,000 acres. Rio Grande Silver now owns 100% of the center of the district. 2012, we cut back on our surface program a little bit, only drilled 14,000 feet of core on the Amethyst and Equity veins. To date, there's been just a little over about 92,000 feet of core drilled from the surface. This is a quick oblique cross section showing some of how we target the veins. This is the north end of the district. This blue line represents the Equity mine development. The gray is the Amethyst vein. We basically step back from the veins a certain amount of distance to get a good shot down into the veins. We had encouraging results in some of our drilling from these locations. 2013, this year we have 27,000 feet of core planned for our surface exploration. The focus will be mostly on the north end, close to the Equity mine, and we'll also be drilling north of the historic Bulldog vein to test for mineralization north of the existing development. Pretty busy map, but same property. Showing the red shows our drilling that we're planning to do this summer 2013, looking for mineralization extending beyond the historic Bulldog mine, and expand our knowledge of mineralization south and below the Equity. Talk a little bit about the underground exploration at the Equity mine. This is a typical drill station underground. We have electric hydraulic core drills that we utilize.
It's too clean. They don't look like that.
Actually,
I like the wood floors.
you go back one. Actually, no. This is how they look, and they look like this all the time. We're very proud of our operators. This is American Drilling out of Spokane, Washington, and they do really well. And we keep a very clean, organized drill sites. So, it's a picture of the Equity mine. The infrastructure is relatively small. This is, as Bob talked about earlier, this is a pretty small footprint, and so we're operating under an NOI currently right now for this exploration. The portal is at 11,120 feet. Beautiful location. So as I stated, we opened the Equity development in 2011. We began drilling with one core drill in December 14th, added a second drill in April. We're testing two veins there in east-west. The vein called the Equity and the north-south vein. Let's do it. Okay, good. Okay. So again, we're testing two veins. Our area of interest is the intersection of these two veins. We drilled about 89,000 feet of core in 2012, 60,000 feet on the Equity vein, 28 on the Amethyst vein, and we've calculated a silver and gold resource from that drilling. We recently completed, I haven't updated this slide, we recently completed these three drill holes in 2013, and we've put the Equity mine on care and maintenance right now while we evaluate our results. This is a plan view of the Equity development with the portal right here. Comes in 200 feet horizontally, and it goes down at 15% along here. So it goes from 11,120 down to the 10,000 foot level. Homestake Mining Company in the 1980s did this development. They developed some strike link on the Amethyst vein and the Equity vein right here. This is a cross section looking east, again of the Equity development. This represents the Equity vein and how we targeted the Equity vein to definition drill the resource from the existing development. Same plan map again, showing our drill stations. The next section, I'm going to switch to the next one, shows the Amethyst vein looking north. Just shows where we drilled from the development and how we definition drilled the Amethyst vein. The brown right here represents the surface topography. Third and final phase of our project right now is the Bulldog pre-development and exploration. This is a December 2011 photograph of the Bulldog mine site. This is access to a new portal face up right here. We constructed in late 2011, and some of the surface infrastructure that was done at that time. History on the Bulldog mine. It was owned and operated by Homestake Mining Company from 69 to 85. It's a underground narrow vein mine, silver lead zinc. They had an on-site mill that produced a silver lead concentrate and silver doré. It was a 320 ton per day operation, employed about 150 people at the time. Production from the Homestake was about 25 million ounces of silver and 24,000 tons of lead. It closed in 1985 due to low silver prices, not because they ran out of silver, and that's why we're here coming back to access the resource that was left. So real quickly what we've done, we began planning to open it in 2011. Portal face up was constructed. We're currently in 2000, we started in September 2012 driving a new 2,800 foot access to the old development. It's a little larger profile than the old mine, at 14 wide by 14 tall, using a shotcrete for ground support. We hope to break into the existing development September, October this year. This just shows a quick cross section of the alignment of the new decline. This line right here represents the old 9360 level, and this is our new access we're driving right now. Right now we're about right here. Picture of the current portal face up. We have a portal heater in addition to our ventilation fan that forces our ventilation into the face. one of the challenges for this drive is we drive through what's called the Creed Formation, which is a combination of many things: boulders, clays, sediments, and so on. So it's basically soft ground mining for about 1,200 feet. So we were able to excavate with a hydraulic hammer, and then we use shotcrete and metal lattice girders for support. It's a picture of installing the lattice girder and then shooting the shotcrete over it. Not that fast. Go forward now. You can go one more. Okay. So what we're doing now, as I mentioned, this decline access is the historic development. 5 minutes left? Okay, I'm going to make it. I'm going to do the first one of the time. The decline access is the old development, which has a 37 million ounce resource in place with 51,000 tons of lead and 40,000 tons of zinc. We're currently in the permitting process with the Forest Service. We hope to have a decision notice on that in the next week or two, approving the next round of underground exploration and development. Part of that permitting will include water treatment to be able to dewater the historic workings. This is a plan map of the existing homestay development showing the mined out part of the resource, and then the historic resource that we're going after lies within the A vein, and we have a lot of potential. We'll be doing underground exploration along the N vein. The decline will break in right here to the existing development. This is kind of a longitudinal section of the A vein showing the resource that's in place. The gray represents the mined out areas. The blue, green, and red represents the majority of the 37 million ounces that's left. So the purpose of this is to expand the underground exploration activities in the submerged zones of the historic mine. What we're doing right now is validating the potential for future, to see if this is going to be an economic mine. So once we break in, we'll be doing geologic mapping and exploration and resource confirmation drilling, assess the geotechnical aspects of the mine, what are the ground conditions like. We'll be doing geochemical sampling, some test mining, and metallurgical sampling. This is just kind of a pretty picture looking out the portal of the Bulldog. And that's it.